Hello, good evening and welcome to my channel. My name's Natasha and if you're new here, I post daily videos talking about whatever's on my mind that day. It's past my bedtime, it's 10 p.m. There's two things on my mind today and I'm trying to decide which one to talk about. The first one is feminism and how, I can't really put into words what I want to say because it was a topic amongst me and the girls in the Ivy Society on our hike today, on should we be nicer to men and stop making out that men are bad, but then when we put into statistics the number of women that are sexually abused by men, and for example, I think it's 8 out of 9 women who are raped is by either a partner or an ex-partner. And the, domestic violence against women is almost double than it is for men. And the age group of women that are most likely to be abused are between of studying age, of university age, so anywhere between 18 to 25 usually. And there's just so much that I could say about this, and I want to come to the table with my facts and figures and do a lot of studying on it so that I can back myself. So I'm going to leave that one today, even though it is on my mind. Really look forward to speaking about that because I have experienced a lot of that in my time, and I can't wait to speak about it publicly because I feel like we need to bring to the light what's still going on and how it affects the women in our society. And it's just like how racism, just think, and even in the 80s, we put different coloured people on different buses. Like, that's insane. You can't imagine that in this day and age. It's just insane, and I hope that it'll be the same with the way that some men treat women, that we will look back and think, I can't believe that women were treated like that. Thank God it's not like that today. And unfortunately it is like that today. There's still so much abuse going on behind closed doors, and I want to shine a light on it and hopefully help to put a stop to it. But also, what I'll actually name this video and talk about today is my step 1 of Alcoholics Anonymous, because I got kicked out of my AWOL, if you know what an AWOL is. If you know, you know. I got kicked out of my AWOL and I only got up to step 3. So now I am working one-on-one with a fellow on the 12 steps again. And step 1 is all about admitting that we're powerless over addiction. So for me to practice my step 1, I need to talk about why I'm an addict, what led me into 12-step recovery, and how I know that I'm still an addict. And it's a really annoying one because it really humbles me. So I will tell you some of the ways that I'm an addict. I have cross addictions, so I'm not just a drug addict or an alcoholic or a food addict, or I'm not a gambler, but I am a workaholic and a debtor. What else? Definitely addicted to social media. I'm just on my phone constantly. There's always something that I want to be doing on my phone. But I think phones are great because but yeah, I'd be pretty lost without my phone. The thought of doing a digital detox scares me. I've been addicted to sex. I've been addicted to smoking, nicotine, sweetener, food, binge eating, restricting, exercise, binging, and bulimia. And I'm sure there's many other things. And how do I know that I'm still an addict? Well, because if I'm left to my own devices, it's like I'm this little squirrel that's always trying to find loopholes in everything that I do. So my sponsor told me that decaf coffee is still caffeinated, and she said try just drinking 1 cup a day. So I lie to her and say that I'm drinking 1 cup a day, but I'm actually drinking 4 or 5. This has got ginger and lemon. I see, I'm trying. But being an addict is not being able to stop even when you want to. I'm kind of abusing my ADHD tablets a bit because they make me feel so lit. I'm taking a bit over my recommended dosage. So there, right there, that's me being honest about the addict in me. What else? I'm addicted to money. I'm not really materialistic anymore, but I do have this obsession with money and work. So I'm constantly thinking about numbers and where my next money is going to come from and how I can make more money. And yeah, that's pretty exhausting. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't record late at night. How else am I an addict? I just spent 4 hours on a Zoom, which is called Spiritual Gangsters, and it's the 12 steps in 4 hours. I just had it on in the background really because I'm too addicted to my phone to just watch a video. But it was really nice to be on a Zoom with 300 other addicts. And yeah, I think, how else am I an addict? I did write things in my notes. When I drank alcohol, I would get completely blackout, so I would never remember things, and I'd wake up with bruises all over me, not remember what happened. My friends found me face down in a hot tub once, like breathing in the water, because I was on drugs and I'd passed out in the jacuzzi. And yeah, I could have died because no one was around when I passed out, but luckily someone was coming down and saw me. I was once on ketamine and I was drying my hair in Ibiza. It was a sink full of water for some reason. I put the hairdryer in the sink and my body was just shocking, electric shocking. Probably should have died then. I've had some overdoses and attempts, and that led from addiction, because I think the pain of being tied to addiction and feeling like I was in this jail, this just tied to my addiction, a slave to my addiction. The point I'm thinking about now is when I was addicted to diazepams and wine, and that also tied in with my eating disorder, because I thought if I just, whenever I get hungry, I'll just knock myself out to sleep with diazepams. And then when my body, I went into withdrawal because I stopped taking them for a few days, and I passed out on the tube, and I went to the doctors and told them the truth about how many diazepams I've been taking, and they weaned me off them. So because they were weaning me off the diazepams, I increased how much wine I was drinking every night. just to increase the effects of them, to put me to sleep and stop me from eating. And I was underweight at that time. I was addicted to validation. Even though I was in a relationship, I was kind of speaking to other men and sending pretty rogue photos and doing sexual things. I'm not proud of anything. I'm just humble. It just is. I try and look at it all without judgment now. But yeah, I think I've humbled myself enough there. I can definitely assure myself that I'm an addict, and I will go into more details on my step 1 because I'm going to be doing it for another 2 weeks. If you're an addict, please pop in the comments and say hi, because fellow addicts are my family. And yeah, that's my topics today. I'm going to be back tomorrow with the feminist video, so you better watch out. Good night.